everybody, and welcome. This is Vorosh, and I am recording the Internet White Knights versus 412 ML, and this is neobowman, or this is Marco 5 in the purple at the top, and this is neobowman at the bottom at the 6 o'clock in blue, and as you can see, it's a Protoss versus Protoss, and we are on the map Gaia, and it's a, no, I won't reveal it. It's a pretty standard map. It's very popular on IC Cup, and apparently Neo hasn't played it before, but it's a pretty much standard map. What was I going to say? There's a ramp leading down to your natural, we're going to get to see a ramp leading down to your natural, and a destination-esque bridge to hold. You've got a nice choke, and it looks like Neo started scouting before he put his pylon down and forgot about it. Both players scouting on pylon, which I like to see. It's a nice early scout. And there's 4 map positions, and it's kind of Python-esque. The other 2 are, there's like a channel of water separating the map that Neo is scouting right now, and Mark's base, there's like a water channel that we might get to see later, and likewise for Neo's base and the one to the left of it. And the way he put his pylon, he's placed the gateway now, so he's not going for 14 nexus, but the way he placed his pylon, it indicates to me that at some point soon he's going to expand, because he put it like at his expansion to kind of create a choke, like right here, and like further choke it out there. But both players going for standard builds so far. The gases are at like exactly the same time, which is really cool. But Marco 5 and neobowman are both in the SSC2 GG community pretty well-known people. Marco 5 is extremely, or who I'm just going to call Mark, I'm going to call neobowman Neo. Here is Neo's probe coming in to scout Mark, and Mark's probe to scout Neo is just coming in now. Cybernetic Explorers, by the way, going up for both players. Oh, it looks like a Zealot has been produced. So a little divergence in builds. That's going to delay the Cybernetic Explorer a little bit and delay the tech a little bit. But you know, you're going to have that Zealot, and you can use that to chase around the probe and block the ramp and stuff like that. So both players are going to be getting a scout, and this probe is going to town on that pylon. It's at like 270 shields, so watch out. Another 5 minutes, Neo. You'll be at a supply block. But whoa, a manor pylon that it didn't manage to catch any probes, and he cancels it. It looks like he placed it here, but he wanted to place it just a little bit above that right there, and then that would catch all the probes mining in here. This is a really susceptible corner for manor pylons. If you can get a pylon right here, you could block in like 6 probes. But it's really hard because there's probes there constantly. It looks like the scouting probe for Mark has evacuated, and Neo once again tries a manor pylon, but doesn't get it off. He's now wasting some money on the manor pylon. Although the first one did delay mining for a little bit, that one didn't really do much of anything. It looks like the scout has gone back in, and the cybernetic score is now up, and Dragoon range upgrading for both players. And it's a robotics facility, interestingly enough, for Neo, so not going for that early expansion. That still remains vacant. But wow, an epic manor pylon has gone out. There are 3 probes there. 3 sad probes that are trying to get back to their nexus, and he's definitely not going to cancel that. That's an extremely effective manor pylon. Mark is now going for a second gateway, and pylon, I think I saw, yeah, he has a robotics facility, but it's about a half of a robotics facility later, so it's quite a bit later. Anyway, earlier I was saying Marco 5 is really active on the IRC, and Neo's really active on the forums. Like, half the posts in the forums are by him, and the other half are by Night of Me. But anyway, this manor pylon is finally going to get taken down. but it did so much. As you can see, there's still probes mining in the back of the base from it, and so we've got 2 gateways, and the robotics facility is almost up. And it looks like support wave first, and that support wave was built a little bit early because the shuttle's not going to be up for a little while. So Reaver first, and usually at the lower rungs of ICOP, you know, and not to say it's bad, but players like to go for Reaver first and Observatory only after that, and we see Mark is doing the same thing. You can really take a huge advantage with an early Reaver, and is that... Oh, I guess that... I don't know what that shuttle was doing. He was thinking of taking a hidden expansion, but thinking better of it. That probe for Mark, it epically failed to get in, and it looks like Neo's setting up for an expansion, and he stopped Dragoon production. He only has 3 Dragoons. He's probably going to place the expansion at any moment, and he does.